The Foch 155 is in contention for one of the worst tanks at tier 10. So naturally that meant after my Foch B video, this was my #1 most recommended tank, because you guys are just evil. In all seriousness, the Foch 155 is a very unique tank, and it can do a lot of things that other tanks just can't do. Having an autoloader with such high alpha damage is very powerful, and you very often catch your enemies off guard. However, just like the Foch B, it is one of the most difficult tanks to master in this game. But when you do, it feels fantastic. And that's why over the next week I'll be playing 10 games per day trying to make the Foch 155 work. Obviously we have a few more tangible goals than just play well, but you should know the drill by now. And if you don't, go watch the other videos. But I want to up the stakes. We're going to keep the 5k DPG and the 8k game from the last videos, but I also want to 3-mark this tank by the end of the week. And this got super close, so you might want to stick around. Now, you and I both know why so many people wanted me to make this video. They wanted to see me crash out. And while that certainly did happen, I hate this fucking game, bro. All 3 shots just miss. Bro, what? What? Dude, it fucking misses! There's just nothing I can fucking do. There's just nothing I can fucking do. There were also a lot of upsides, and my opinion on this tank certainly changed throughout this week. So who's the expert for today's Foch 155? It's fucking me! I spent this whole video playing the Foch. I know how to play the Foch! Okay, now obviously the 155 and the Foch B are different tanks, but they play very similar, or at least I thought they did, so that was my plan going into this week. If you want to know what I mean by that, then go watch the other video, but here's an overview. Basically, I want to conserve my HP. I want to use it in the end to trade with the enemies, and I only want to take fights that I know I can get more damage than I take. You cannot talk about the Foch 155 without talking about its gun handling. This is the main thing that turns people off from playing it. It is so bad, it feels almost unplayable. On top of that, when you do miss a shot, it feels extra impactful because of how long your reload is. As if that wasn't enough, when the Foch B got a bunch of buffs back in 1.24, they left the Foch 155 completely out of it. It was untouched. And all of that kind of culminates into a tank that just feels really underwhelming and very frustrating to play. Or at least originally it did. There are a lot of good aspects about this tank that you can use to our advantage, and when you do make it work, it feels fantastic. But I'm going to be telling you all that along with my equipment, crew skills, and field mods at the end of the video. Hey, so this style of video takes so much time and effort to make. I already have 220 gigabytes in the folder, not to mention the notes and the graphics that I need to make. So if you could give this video a comment, because it's my favorite part of YouTube talking to you guys, a like and a subscribe, that'd be so fantastic. Thank you. Going into day 1, I was not very excited, and that's definitely reflected in my gameplay. Yep. And 9 bass. Okay, 750 DPM. By the way, we played day 1 with a friend from the Discord, link in the description. His mic was kind of bad, but he's very nice and we like him, so you guys better be on your best behavior. I don't want to see anything in the comments. Something I learned almost instantly was this tank racks up the damage very quickly, but even if you do hit all 3 shots, you still have that almost minute-long reload at the end, which makes it really hard to balance. I'm killing artillery. A kind of mid-first game led me to do this in the second game. Alright, I made a very, very bad play. Yo, look at the notes I have for game 4.
Dude, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm fucking dead. Alright, give me 10 seconds to reload gold. I don't know why I don't start with it at this point.
Only our contender was...
Oh my god. Already he's completely balanced. That guy on our left just lost 600 HP. There's an IS-7. What is this T-10 doing? What? What? He's that close and it still missed? They're behind us? Alright, this game is so cooked.
And we have 4 fucking heavy jacking off over here.
Well, at least I got that clip. Hopefully they give me another 45 seconds to reload. Team!
Somehow...
Okay. Yeah, actually, like, Contender, 277, 257, they literally all just allowed them to drive past. Like, the Tigers in A3.
He doesn't have a single mark and he has 255 level.
It's actually insane that these people will have like 500 games in their tank and not 1 mark. How?
He looks like he's even shitter. Oh my god, take your his keyboard.
1 shot.
And he gets farmed.
Okay, well, he did 1 shot of damage this game. Bagged and rage quit.
Black.
My god, Artie is broken. The rest of the day went exactly how you'd expect it to. Terrible game, version 4 is impossible to pen.
Bro, what?
Literal draw on mines. Morale was very high.
I want to stop playing it.
But Bagden came back.
Bagden, you missed. I switched to full bond equipment because I couldn't take it.
Version 4 is still impossible to pen.
Bro, I can't with these version 4s.
This little window trick's pretty useful though.
Alright, I escaped to the back, so maybe I could get another shot off.
I could not. Version 4s actually aren't impossible to pen.
I didn't critical hit! I got a full flip.
And yet another terrible game.
That was a great game 10.
But game 9 ended up being not too bad. It was at the very least the highest damage I'd had today.
I outplayed like this.
Bro, I hate this game.
Ow! I just sacrificed all my HP.
I have like less than.
I'm about to die to artillery, I can feel it.
You did him?
I'm not hit. Do people just not know that the Foch 155 is an autoloader? I shot the IS-3, and then he re-poked like I was on reload or something. Oh, it's official. This is my highest damage game in this video so far. I'm at 4.3.
How many games did that take?
Oh my, dude, I would have gotten damage on this 704, but our type just refused to eat the shot. And then I died on the side. Okay.
Day 1 didn't go too well. We only had 5 wins, 4 losses, and a draw, and sub 3k average damage. But crucially, I did learn something. In a lot of these games, I was playing way too aggressive and losing all my HP in the beginning, which is, if you remember, the opposite of what I wanted to do. So I knew that going into day 2, I had to change that. I'll be completely honest, I did not have a lot of hope for doing well in this video, so I decided to try hard in day 2 just to give a baseline of how good I really am, and we could see if we do any better in day 7. But honestly, this tank really surprised me this day, and this was the first day where I actually knew this tank could f***ing cook. That being said, I am still making a lot of the same mistakes from day 1, so I certainly have a lot to learn. Yo, watch the shot. It ricocheted into the tortoise.
Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer.
So yeah, I still played way too aggressive and got punished for it. But the next game, I kind of learned my lesson.
Au mille mers j'ai traversé. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Au mille mers j'ai traversé. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Des mers du nord aux mers du sud. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Des mers du nord aux mers du sud. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli.
You can see in this game I was very mobile rather than just sitting in front of the enemies. I actually used my mobility to go to different flanks. I know, it's a crazy concept. And it really did pay off. This was the highest damage game I've gotten in this challenge so far, but it'd be quickly beaten by game 5. At first, I don't really know what it is about Pearl River, but it just makes me want to suicide, man. I need to get that clip in. So this is a Foch B spot that I usually go to, but I quickly realized that there's nobody here, and I want to go into the tunnel because I love tunnels. I said it before and I'll say it again. The gun is the most infuriating part of playing this tank by far.
Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Au fond de la mer, elle m'espérait. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Au fond de la mer, elle m'espérait. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la.
Something I didn't mention is the HE in this thing is insanely good. So that gives us another damage record for this challenge, but we aren't done. We're gonna get another one this day. Now you might notice that I've been skipping a few games this day. On Sand River, I only really like to go to this position because you get shots on everywhere across the map.
En couple à elle, je suis couché. Oh mais oui, oh la oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine et je veux naviguer.
And that brings us to game 19, which will be the highest damage game that I've had in this entire week so far. So I'm going to commentate it for you. Now, I know that if I go city, I'm probably just going to lose too much HP in the beginning, so I want to start off in the flanks and then maybe rotate to city later. So now I can see that we won my flank, but we're losing city. So I want to see if I could go rotate in and help city. I just need you to watch this. That was the entirety of a Type 5 just gone. Gone. Straight into my damage counter. Unfortunately, there is only so much you can do in a Foch 155. Seriously this time, there were a lot of games that I skipped in this day just because they were either boring or bad games, and that proves that I really do have a lot to learn still with this tank. I still do not have this thing completely figured out, and I need to play it a lot more. Well, we certainly did better than day one in this day. We had 4 wins, 6 losses, which doesn't seem good, but our average damage was over 1,200 more than day one. So while I'm trying to edit this, disaster struck. The first half of day 3 is just kind of gone. And that was the good half. I mean, look at my notes. But we deal with what we got, right? So I started day 3 at about 80%. Remember, Mark, the 3 mark? That was one of the goals. Yeah, you're with me. But those 3 first games brought me to about 84%. So I'm competing for the 2 mark in this game right here.
Bagman, watch this, watch this, watch this. Ow! Okay.
So I'm competing for the 2 mark in this game right here.
Yes, if you keep poking me, your turret will withstand my shot. I only have 400 heat pen. No, his turret did withstand my 400 heat pen.
Just how dumb are you? It varies.
What are they doing?
No, I hit a fucking fence.
Oh my god, they're doing an advanced strat, bro.
A river take, if you will. Bro, what is this game?
Gay.
Fire, fire, fire. No fire. This reload is so long. You think like, oh, like obviously the Foch has a long reload, but it's like painful when you have to do it every single game. Good use of my shot.
Indeed.
There's
the people who haven't been lit the entire game, by the way.
Of course, it was the Yag that found him, so he just has no more HP left. Ah! I rammed him for 80. Let's go. I 2 marked. Honestly, this is only day 3. I think 3 mark by day 7 is like plausible. Like, what the fuck happened to your HP?
Don't fucking worry about it, bro.
Okay. This STB, I have no words. I didn't notice, but Bagdon's left. I got it.
So day 3 was actually on a roll, and then
It's actually fucked. Okay, dude. Okay, wow. Holy shit, that was a bad game. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I'm actually very terrible at this game.
thankfully game 30 was a good enough game to make up for it, but it was kind of boring, so I'm not really gonna show you that.
Bro, this tank is actually so good.
So day 3 went very well, but unfortunately you didn't get to see the good parts. We had 4 wins, 1 loss, and 5 that I don't know because I didn't write them down in the notes. But more importantly, we 2 marked, and I feel like I'm actually getting the hang of the Foch 155, and I think it's actually possible for me to 3 mark this tank by the end of the week. Day 4 marked an interesting milestone for me where I actually started to enjoy playing the Foch 155. Now obviously I enjoyed like the good games of the past, but Day 4 was the only day where I finished and I genuinely wanted to keep playing this tank. Now it could be Stockholm Syndrome, but I have an interesting theory. This tank usually has really good games or really bad games, so it's basically like gambling. And say it with me now, once you realize you're gambling, you'll have fun.
Bro, this gun is so bad.
Damn, I suck.
True.
And that doesn't even mean that I was getting good games every game. I mean, a lot of these games weren't that great, but I still enjoyed doing it, and that made this challenge a hell of a lot easier.
You want to know something crazy? People recommended this tank for a video because they wanted to see me, you know, like suffer. I haven't crashed out yet. This has been the easiest tank to make a video about so far. I guess maybe my expectations are lower.
I'm gonna go spot.
Bro, what? 400 heat pen and I still bounce a Yag? At least I got 1 shot.
See, this is how you play the mouse.
Yag blind. Why is the E4 shooting HE at me? Ow. Why is he shooting me with HE?
Come on, ram me, bro.
No! I think that is a good point, though. In any other tank, I'd be crashing out over these shots missing, but it's just like, I don't expect a lot of the shots to hit. By the time I actually had a shot, the people I was looking at died.
Bro,
Nice
I
shot.
bounced the 261! Alright, let's see how much assists I got. I actually did 6,000.
Alright, I actually, oh my,
I need
Baghdad,
to
look at the
stop.
chat. Do you see my reload, Baghdad?
Oh,
Look at the chat.
nice.
Yeah, I'm cutting out a lot because a lot of this day was just straight talking about politics. It was kind of weird. Which, by the way, every time we do it, Baghdad just fucking rage baits me and I fall for it every fucking time. I can't keep talking about politics. I'm playing terribly.
I can still play good while talking about it. That's a difference.
Yeah, because you don't have to look up fucking statistics. You just say shit.
Well, I just say shit that's obviously true, and you have to.
You can't say it's
look up
obviously true. It's
statistics for your
against the
biased statements.
statistics. It's against the facts, and you say it's obviously true.
I just know because like everything you say is wrong, and you need to be validated by a source.
Sources are wrong because I said so.
The sources are wrong.
Every peer-reviewed fact from the studies are wrong because they disagree with me.
You should look up the ethnicity of the peers.
We don't have enough non.
I mean, bro, if we could have like a decade or so of the next Democrat in charge.
Magdon, shut up. You're ruining my full clip I just got with your yapping.
Oop, damn, that guy got fucked.
Oop.
I bet if you were white, you would agree with me. We gotta help all these black and brown people.
I don't care that I die. I got my damage. Yeah, when I don't have to look up sources, I have a good fucking game. I should just say shit more often.
It's like chickens for KFC, bro.
What are you talking about? That's literally you! Bagdon, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you are rage baiting so fucking hard right now.
Bro, you rage bait me.
I rage bait by using statistics and facts. That's not rage baiting if you're just wrong, bro. The
It's an
crash out,
Instagram
the
reel.
crash out in this video isn't even gonna be about the fucking tank. It's about you. This was the first good game I've had today, and we're just
Bro, just
the whole
mute
time.
it. If I was German, I would vote AfD. It is very interesting comparing Israel to Nazi Germany.
They learned from the best. What can I say? Man, I really should have aimed.
Yeah, you really should have aimed. You know, I did start agreeing with you on the Israel stuff.
As you should.
But don't think that means I support the Palestinians either.
Oh no. You said that as I killed him? That shit's going in the video.
Bruh. What's your favorite source of electricity?
Nuclear, of course. I agree with the Germans on most points, but their stance on nuclear is ridiculous.
What era of Germans?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Griffin, are you sure you want to do this? I do slightly more damage with my clip than you do with yours.
Jarvis, how did 1940s Germany solve the birth rate crisis?
Bagdon, you said that as I full clipped the Griffin. That's going in the video. Damn it, he killed my gunner? So I missed the fucking shot and now I can't full clip him.
Yeah, we are not winning.
Oh, that was a great game.
You know
Bro,
what, I'm
the
gonna drive
E3
in. Move your stupid ass!
Dude, I can't play. Artillery is just fucking me.
Of course, already stole
Ha!
my...
I just fucking pre-fired artillery. I shot before he came around the corner and my shell velocity was slow enough that it hit.
That's just called being better at the game. W Glaze, definitely getting in the video with this one.
The last few games were actually really good, but holy has this day gone longer than I wanted it to. So just watch this clip, please, and then it'll be over.
If he directs hit me, he does 0 damage. If he shoots right next to me, he does 150. How does that
John,
make sense?
shut up.
Oh. Damn. And I'm just talking about mundane shit while you're doing that? Bro, you need a separate audio track for me.
Day 4, while it technically had a lower DPG of only 4.2k, we got 8 wins and only 2 losses, which is a very good win rate. And more importantly, we made it at just above 90% on the mark. It also felt a lot better, and I had fun playing it, which isn't something that I can say for day 5. So remember when I said, oh, I actually enjoy this game, I enjoy the Foch? Well, I didn't know it yet, but that was about to change. I mean, genuinely, look at the notes I took for day 5. I can't wait for today to be the day that I just, like, forget how to play the Foch.
We call this foreshadowing.
You know, I don't know how this happens every single time I do one of these videos, but I just could not play on day 5. Well, I got all my shots off, but I also lost all my HP. Here, the STB drowned himself.
TV drowning himself. Classic.
Thank you. Bro, I die because both shots in a row just fucking missed the chieftain. I hate this fucking game, dude. The next games didn't even help the morale because 42 and 43 were the most boring games ever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the most damage I get in day 5. I need to lock in. I'm doing worse in day 5 than I did in day 4. Man, I wanted... hello? What the fuck? What? Much. And I'm
you know
on
what?
fire. I'm
I'm gonna
on
do that
fire. Dude, what the fuck is this game? The 277 gets away with that because I bounced his side and I got set on fire. I bounced the side of the minnow as well. Oh, yeah, I still have 0 damage, by the way. This is a terrible fucking game.
Yeah.
Is he still up on that? What the fuck lit me?
Bro, is the fucking FV just lied to me through the fucking bush?
Yes. And I bounced the stirve, by the way. My 155mm fucking gun just bounced the stirve. Okay.
Do you want to play a light?
Ouchie. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do, man. Get fucked. Bro, what? Bagden then left, which did not help morale at all. God, I fucking hate artillery, dude.
And all of this bullshit leads up to game 48.
See if my team listens. What a fucking gamer. Actually, what a fucking gamer. Of course! Scout's getting fucking rushed by a 277 and our team's still like, why isn't he spotting? Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Dude, I hate this fucking game, bro. All 3 shots just miss. Yeah, just poke the fucking Foch, please. You can drive over that? Oh, what? What? How the fuck does that bounce? Oh my god, an artillery! Dude, it fucking misses! There's just nothing I can fucking do. There's just nothing I can fucking do. I'm so fucking done with this game. Fucking whatever, man. I don't even have the fucking energy to just crash out anymore. I'm so fucking done with this game, dude.
My morale going into game 50 was probably the lowest that's been the entire week.
I just want this day to be over, man. Dude. I fucking bounced. Okay. Whatever, dude. What fucking ever. At least it's over.
Yeah, I really don't even know what to say about day 5. We had 2 losses, 2 draws, and 6 wins, and the lowest DPG that we've had out of all the days. But I think more importantly, I dropped maybe 4% during this day, maybe more, honestly. But that just means we have a lot more work to do in day 6. Happily, day 6 turned out much better than day 5. While my mood wasn't quite as high as day 4, it was certainly much better than it was before. And that most definitely reflected in my gameplay.
I'm being chased.
No, you're not. They have 3 very HE-able targets remaining. Bro, what are they doing? Bro, yeah, they're all over there. You killed all 3 of them.
Dude, that turned my game into an actually really good game. I don't think I would have loaded HE if you didn't say about HE-able targets.
No way.
No, I direct hit the S-Conch Cupola and it bounced! Should have loaded gold.
Nice.
I should have loaded gold. I will gladly trade credits for damage. But I can't. And my shot misses anyway.
Just 1 pixel too.
I think my blind hit. Yep. No, if I shot AP, it would have missed. Everyone knows the more credits you spend, the better your RNG is. Bro, what?
I'm glad you missed.
No, you're so close. Okay, bye-bye, Bagnon. Well, that was a good clip.
So I'm rewatching this for the edit, and just look how I can't stand still while I'm reloading.
Yeah, dude, fuck artillery. Fuck artillery. Damn it, I want damage. Oh, that was pure skill, by the way. It wasn't luck at all.
Black, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man?
Yes, keep sitting there. It'll work out. The fucking map blew up already, so it becomes playable. God, I can't fucking stand artillery. I shouldn't have fucking reloaded.
But don't worry, day 6 wasn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Dude, This game is unplayable. Oh, wow. I'm not even close to loaded. I'm only halfway done with my reload.
I only got one shot on the mid.
He's gonna die before I even get it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's your reload coming in clutch. Nice. Your next
Whoa!
guy is-
Bagden, I have 400 heat pen. I just armor not penetrated the grill. Oh my god, and then I missed the Death Star. This tank is actually terrible. Never mind. I take back every good thing I've ever said about this tank. Fuck this tank. I fucking armor not penetrate. It wasn't a ricochet. It wasn't a crate hit. It wasn't absorbed by the track or anything. I hit, I think, his gun, but it said armored and I got one shot. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
Say it with me now.
That's okay.
Skill issue.
I did enough.
You know, I don't even really know what to say about some of the games. I mean, Game 58 was just the most boring game ever because the enemies refused to do anything until the timer ran out.
They just let the fucking time run out.
I can't even find the recording for 54. And 59, while it is good...
Whatever, I'll take that trade.
My teammates either insisted on killing themselves...
Please light the 777 before you die. Fucking damn it. Oh, come on, RNG.
or doing literally nothing and letting the time run out.
Damn it! I knew it, I knew it. Another fucking draw, dude. It's so many draws.
But by the end of the day, I go to see this. In the end, day 6 was most certainly an upgrade over day 5. We had 8 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 loss for the entire day. Now you might notice that I'm hiding something. Yeah, we were 26 away from 5k DPG, and on top of that, we still haven't gotten an 8k game, and we're still not 3 marked. So there's a lot riding on day 7. Now, unfortunately, when I went to go record day 7, disaster struck. I tried to record 2 separate games, and both of them lag completely ruined and made me drop down to 89%. But this just means that I had to lock in even more if I wanted the 3 mark. And luckily for me, game 61 delivered. I have said it before and I will say it again. There is only one good position on Sand River, and it is this dune right here. I genuinely got all of my damage from this one location. I did not move once. In game 63, my teammates locked in and truly understood the assignment. I mean, look, I was gonna have a bad game here, but then I plead in the chat, I say, please get off of cap, and they fucking listen. What gamers? And this game brings me back to just above where we should have started in the first place, 91.92. So I know a lot of you guys like the more commentary style of video where I get to like talk through my thought process and what I'm thinking when I'm actually making plays in the game. So for this game, I'm going to commentate, walk you through my thought process, and actually tell you what's going on in my head when I make plays. So I go to this push initially to see if I could catch out any players trying to use the position that I showed you in game 61. But you can also get shots down onto south, so it's a win-win. But I very quickly realized that they have a lot of enemies grouped up right here, so I want to go take a position where I could shoot that. The enemies back off when they see that I'm here, so I know that it's my time to push. There are a surprising amount of moments like this where there's nothing happening, but there's actually a lot happening. So let me take you to school real quick. I obviously want to shoot this Kunzpanzer, but I know that the Waffle and DBV are probably sitting up in these rocks here, and the Leo really could be anywhere, but my money's on in this pink area here, because that's where he would get the most damage while also defending the base, and I'm willing to bet that that DBV is with him. But the guy that I'm most worried about right now is the Griffin. He could be going one of these 2 places, but I'm willing to bet it's towards the Death Star, because that's where all the damage is going to be for him. Now, I have enough HP to take a shot from that DBV, but I don't want to take more than that, so I want to wait until this Griffin is lit to see if he's going to be looking away, if I could slip past and then kill the Coons. And wouldn't you know it, that Griffin gives me an opening, so now I can go push. Wouldn't you know it, I was right about the Leo one as well. Now unfortunately this DBV decides that he really wants me dead, but honestly, you can't complain about a game like this. That game leaves us at just under 93%, so the 3 mark is still very much so possible. All I had to do was lock in, so I put my music on and got to work.
Retrouver ma douce amie, oh mais ouais, oh la oh la la, pour retrouver.
Alright, well it's just one bad game. I know what fucking happens now. I am not tilting all the way back down. I'm taking a nice long break from World of Tanks, and I'll see you when I'm back. Yeah, after that game, I took a little break, reset my little tab session thing, and thankfully, it actually worked.
Retrouver ma douce amie, oh mes pouets, oh là oh là là. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier, pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier, pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Oh mille mers j'ai traversé, oh mes
And that brings us to the last game, game 70. We go in at 94.12%. So I am alone on this flank, but I know it's against tier 8s, and I know I need a lot of damage to get the 3 mark, so I decided to push my luck.
pique la baleine, joli baleinier, pique la baleine et je veux naviguer. Des mers du nord aux mers du sud, oh mes pouets, oh là oh là là. Des mers du nord aux mers du sud, oh mes pouets, oh là oh là là. Pique la baleine.
So at this point, the game's kind of ending, and I really don't have enough damage, so I am really stressing.
That shot might have been it. I hope it was. But also might not have been. God fucking damn it. Dude. Dude. Are we joking? No, I'm doing it again. I don't care.
Look, man, it's my video, so,
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
What a way to end the challenge, huh? We did end up with over 5,000 DPG, if only barely. We had 10 wins and only 1 loss. Now, you might notice that that adds up to 11. Yeah, you'd be correct. Now, as for the goals, we obviously did get the 5k DPG. We kind of 3 marked. I mean, it was 1 game late, but we still got the 3 mark. I don't even think I got a game over 7,000. And let me tell you, this was a skill issue. This tank towards the end felt good. Like, I knew I could make it. I just never did. Well, anyway, here's the final stats for the week. You can see all the wins, losses, the many draws that we had, and the unfortunate games that I lost the recordings to. You know, I would have never thought that I'd be saying this before this challenge, but the Foch 155 is kind of good. And I know it sounds insane, but this is the only tank in the game that has both a clip this big and alpha damage this high. And that is a very, very powerful combination. And while that alone might not be enough to make it good, it has surprisingly good armor, very decent mobility, and a very usable gun when you're at close range. I mean, don't get me wrong, the gun itself is terrible, but 400 heat pen makes up for a lot of missed shots. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this tank is broken, not in the slightest. I mean, there are so many games where you just do barely anything, because this is one of the easiest tanks to get yourself killed in the game. It was so difficult to play. In my Foch B video, I talked about conserving your HP, and it's even more important on this tank because you don't have the added layer of being able to go back and snipe. This tank cannot snipe. All your damage has to come from trading and catching your enemies off guard. Alright, so how should you play it? Well, much like the Foch B, choosing when to be aggro or stay in the back or just try to hang around the middle is very central to this gameplay, and you want to be using your HP as a resource rather than a health bar. Unlike the Foch B, this alpha damage gives you the added layer of being able to play kind of like a single shot, where you're not useless even if you're just shooting once and backing up. And that in some ways makes it a lot easier to do damage than the Foch B. This tank excels when it's hanging around the middle, not quite in the front lines, but also not quite sniping in the back. It wants to be behind maybe 1 or 2 heavy tanks, but always in the fight. So basically you want to play how I told you in the Foch B video, but stick more around the middle and use your alpha damage to your advantage. You cannot be afraid to run away or retreat in this tank. That was one of the most important things I had to learn throughout the entire week, was when to run away. Likewise, you can't be afraid to reload either. Up until I think day 6, I had problems where I was stuck with 1 shell or stuck with 2 shells, and I wish I had reloaded. But in day 7, I reloaded whenever I could, and it actually worked out, because 9 times out of 10, nothing is gonna happen. You do have good armor, but only for the first few shots, because they're gonna start hitting your cupola eventually. In the end, this tank has the potential to be great, but it does feel very, very clunky, and its gun is so bad sometimes. I am probably forgetting something, so if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Alright, this is the equipment I used. Obviously, I wanted the gun to be better, so I have coping unit and coping directive, bond hardening for the extra HP, and I have the turbo for the mobility and the extra rotation speed. On this tank, I think the bond equipment is pretty necessary. It feels very, very bad without bond equipment. I do just want to quickly say this video probably took me like 40 hours across multiple different weeks. So if you could just give me a like, comment, and subscribe, that would be
Very much so appreciated. If you made it this far, please wish Johnny a happy birthday in the comments. Happy birthday, Johnny. All right. Bye-bye, guys.